All right, so we are live. This is TFG Political Media, and we have news. Which, if you hadn't heard it, you've been under a rock. Just because look like we got us a new president in the house. What's up with that? What's up with that? Looks like we made Trump a one-term president.
First time since Bush Senior.
How that don't happen? That hadn't happened too often in our lifetime.
Nope. Bush Senior was the last one when he went against Clinton.
That's one time. The most satisfying part of this is that mud in Trump's face of being such a monster, so arrogant. You are one in your history, in the history books, is going to say a couple of things that I enjoy. One-term president, impeached president. Mm-hmm. That's going to be in the history books forever. One-term impeached president.
One term. As Aubrey Graham said, one time, and that's fine with me. I'm more. I am happy. I am ecstatic. I am like, okay, I got the vice president I wanted, right? Notice I said the vice president. Cool. She comes with a package. Whatever.
I gotta do something while you're talking. So they can see it.
All right, cool. There we go. A lovely Black Jamaican and Indian woman, right? Father Jamaican, mother was Indian. You know what? Yes, it does. It does. I do care about the race and the heritage. I'm not even going false pretend anymore.
There we go.
Right? It is. She is an American citizen. She is an American. She fights for America through her job, right? Through the job that she did, even as a district attorney, as a senator. She did everything that is asked of her. She went to an HBCU, pledged a Black Greek sorority. She did everything that is asked of her from so many different realms, right? Complete 95% conviction rate, etc., so forth. and I swear to gosh, if I hear somebody say she's not Black enough, I'm gonna snap her.
I'm gonna slap. I just want to say this.
I'm gonna just snap her.
I want to say this. People criticize when she was running for president. I was really disappointed because people criticized her and wasn't a fan of her when she ran for president because of her record as a prosecutor. And she put too many Black men in jail and this, that, and the other.
Right.
I just want to say this. When white folk do that and they play this game to get to where they need to get to, they're congratulated all the way through. It's weird. It's odd to me that we have such a high bar for our own folks. And I'm glad she didn't let it get to her, and she defended her record the best way she could. Defended playing the game like the people that succeed do. She played the game right. Now she's the vice president of the United States. Has made history.
She had the hardest, and I'm gonna say this. She had the hardest job during this whole debate trail. I'm sorry, not debate trail. During this whole electoral process. And what that was is she could not come off angry. She couldn't come off condescending. She had to come off graceful. And she did that during that whole presentation. She did that during the presidential debates. She did that during the vice presidential debates. She stood by Joe Biden's side the last two times when they're making announcements at 10 o'clock p.m., basically just, cautioning the American people to be patient and everything else. So we're gonna just throw that off the window. I don't want to hear anybody talk. And to your point, yes, she had a great conviction record, and even Black, white, yellow, or different. She did her job. She did what you asked her to do. She did what she got paid. She got paid to do her job, and she did her job well. So well that she was elected senator. So I'm tired of the Blackness card. Right. It was with Obama. Oh, he's not Black. What did Obama do for Black people? If you understand the government, you would understand the answer to that question. So now, what is it? So now, right? So I say all of this to big her up, and I'm not Van Jones in it, right? But I say all of this to big her up, but also believe that I'm going to, because we are of the same heritage, I'm going to hold her feet to the fire. I have so much expectations for her that I'm not going to hope that she reads my mind and do what I want her to do. I'm going to, not only from my local side, but also I'm going to be as critical as I am everything else, right? As I was with the young man, the one-term guy, the guy that, put us on a hiatus for 4 years.
Yes. I agree 100%. I feel the same way about Biden. I feel like their feet are going to be to the fire. There's a lot of They're going to have to rise to the occasion. There's a lot of stuff that America needs. They've got to listen to the voices of the community and what we want, what they said they were going to do. I'm not expecting anything outside of the realm of what you can do in this position. There is still a game to be played. We're trying to balance Congress and get things done. So I definitely understand that. So, but you will be held accountable, so it ain't gonna be a cake.
Right, it will not be a cakewalk whatsoever. And so, with that being said, I mean, so now we have the Senate. So I hope people understand exactly how this game gets played.
Yeah.
Right. An eye-opening awake. It's not okay, Mr. President. Here's a decision. Make the decision. The laws change. It is a whole process, and I hope they understood exactly who was a part of that process and who's still in that process, Mitch McConnell, right? So nonetheless, right? So you got this guy that will block everything that moves, and every time a Democrat moves. So I need y'all to understand exactly how important this is, right? And I say y'all as in those that do not understand, right?
So we got idiot comments that come in sometimes. And it's okay. We're gonna address them fresh.
I have the time because I have so much energy left.
Go for it.
I'm really define black to me. Define the absence of light is the definition of Webster's definition of black. Please define that for me. What makes her not black? What makes her not? She had two parents. What makes her not black? Her father left, so her mother had to raise her. What made her not black? Please tell me.
Yeah, I'm
right. That's what I'm trying to. That's the sickness that plagues. Oh, she's not black. Why? She was because what? She didn't raise up from a struggle. She's college educated. She is professionally done. What makes her? What makes her black? Nah, brother, we not doing that. You not. That was 4 years. That's that 4-year nonsense. You don't pose a statement and then come back with a question. Answer me. What makes her not black? Let me know.
Right. Yeah. What
is black? What is black, sir?
Because is she not in her? Is her dad not black? Like in her dad black?
Right. Ain't nothing. You know what's black? My sweatshirt. My sweatshirt is black. And actually, to maintain that color in this sweatshirt, guess what I have to put in? I have to put woolite. So I have to put something else in there to maintain the color. So please tell me what is not black. Man, if y'all don't kick rocks with that nonsense.
So fresh. You said I titled it as such. Absolutely. Because she's black. She's a black woman. I mean. If nobody told you she was part Indian, you wouldn't even know it. First of all,
correct.
You would have no idea. From listening to her talk, you wouldn't know it. You only know it because people have told you that she's part, and she's showing her mom. So you don't know that. You wouldn't know that she's part Indian. First of all, and her dad is black, Jamaican. That's black. What color you think Jamaican is? Silver. What's going on, Charles?
She is descendants of slaves. How blacker can you get? She's descendants of African people she's descendants of Africa who were brought over from Africa to the Caribbeans to the States.
So now he said her dad is British, actually.
Oh
okay, is Idris Elba black? Is Idris Elba black? He's black with a British accent. Okay, so what? He's black. He's what you're freaking.
Sir, her dad was born in Jamaica and raised in Britain. Please, come on, man. I have the same family culture. Come on, man.
So, and what is the issue? Why do you see a need to discredit her being black?
Right. It's like we don't want to succeed. She's not black.
How does it satisfy you? What color? Let me see. What color are you? If this is a black person talking, I can't tell. You got a shadow over your face. What race are you? Let us know what race you are. What's going on, Charles? Sorry, pissed us off a little bit. You know, we got to win.
Black. He probably got like a Boston accent, so he's not black.
Right. So, nonetheless, it's just stuff like that to just. It's like we want to. It's like the target. I don't even know what the target is. I don't know what. You're an American.
That sounds great in theory, but that's not how black folks are looked at. We're not looked at as Americans when we're shot on the streets by police officers. So it's a whole different world for people with darker skin. So you can say you're American.
No, we suspects.
So wait. So you went from a color to a nationality? That's what you are. Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not. an American or any copper-colored person.
I understand what you mean on that one.
Wow.
Well, that's enough for you. What you got, Charles? How you feel about this historic chain of events?
It's bittersweet to me, honestly.
Uh-oh.
I probably got a whole nother perspective, but like to me, don't get me wrong, like I'm happy like Trump is gone and stuff like that.
Yep.
But what I mean by that is like why was it so close? Like it shouldn't have been that damn close in the first place. It's as horrible as Trump has been, taking kids from their parents and stuff like that, doing all the, trying to build a wall, the Muslim ban, and all the racist comments, stuff like that. Like it shouldn't have been that damn close. That's my only thing.
See,
I'm glad he lost, but it shouldn't have been that damn close.
You sound like you're going off of the morality of people, right? You're going off of morality. So you're thinking that all Americans, all the great people in this great country,
like it shouldn't have been that.
Fill me on this one, right? So you think that I'm not attacking you, but you're saying it as all the people in this great country have the same morality clause, right? Everything Trump did that was horrible. Everybody's like, oh no, we need to get this man out of office. Where's the inverse? It is, well, that didn't affect me. I don't care. Sucks for them. That type of thing. So it's the equivalent of this. You're in your car right now. If you see somebody fighting across the street and you're like, damn, what the hell did he do to get his ass kicked like that? Oh, green light. It's the exact same thing, right? It's the exact same thing. It's as long as it doesn't affect you, your pocket, your money, your family. They didn't vote for that. They didn't vote for morality. They voted for their interest.
And I kind of get what you're saying, though, too, Joe, because it bothers me to see it. As I said in the show yesterday, all these folks that were out in the street doing all this marching in Black Lives Matter, all the white folk that were out with the black folk and Hispanics that were out. My question is, did they have that same energy at the polls, or did they renege on it when they got to the polls? So it's
I can't wait to see them stats.
Yeah, right. I want to see those stats. It does not reflect the movement and the people out in the streets.
Yeah, for real.
I expected it to be close because I saw how individualistic this society is. We are individualistic. As I mentioned earlier, does it affect you at all? Does it impact you? And if it doesn't, are you voting for that cause? Right? So therefore, some people may and some people may not, but there's a very small percentage. There was a letter written by Jack Nicklaus that said, you may not like the way that our president, and I'm not quoting verbatim, but he said, you may not like the way that the president said stuff, but it was his actions that I went against, that I went for. So it's not the way he said stuff. So he could have said very fine people on both sides. He could have said S-hole countries. He could have said all this other nonsense. Man, y'all is killing the game with that comment. Okay.
And before we go to that comment, I just want to say I agree with you on that because I voted for him for Trump the first time. I'm voting for it.
You didn't say that the first time, man.
I did the first time. I voted for him the first time. The second time, the first time, right? First time because I was all for the non-politician businessman coming in and as a fiscal conservative, I agree with conservative fiscal views. So I voted for him. I said give a fool a chance. And I didn't have a whole big issue with the way he was talking as long as he did the right things. But it seems like he got crazier and crazier and crazier to the point to where it became hate speech. And once it becomes hate speech, there's no way you can, as a upstanding individual, still side with that type of rhetoric when it's being hurtful. People are dying. You're saying negative things about people are dying in the streets at the hand of police officers. I mean, at that point, it's just ridiculous. You have to agree with it at that point if you're not against it. Ghazi.
There's so many questions I have, but he would care, right? So even when you first voted for him, like I understood exactly where he was coming from, but he wasn't the guy for me. Just like Hillary Clinton wasn't the first woman president for the world, he wasn't that like non-politician guy to come out of nowhere. It was in which he spoke like a third grader. He didn't articulate sentences. And he was name calling, he was a bully, and he was all of that other stuff. The stuff, that people chose not to look at until this year.
Yeah, it's true.
And it was like, okay.
3 years ago.
Right. And it was, even though he wasn't good at his business, I can understand, all right, cool, some people have problems. But he did not there was no plans being laid out whenever he spoke. So that's what it is. But
he kept putting it off. He put us off.
Build the wall.
He'll put it off. Oh, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be. What's that word he uses? It's gonna tremendous. It's gonna be tremendous.
Yes. He had phenomenal messaging. Marketing, right? Because he was a marketing genius. Right?
Couldn't cash in on none of it.
Right, marketing. Like it was a point where if he was sane enough, and I was Joe Biden, I would put him behind the scenes, way behind the scenes, but somewhere where he's like the head of marketing. Like, what message can I get? We
need some attack stuff. I need you to lead the head that.
Right. Hell, if you want to be goofy enough, you could just make him press secretary and just.
Now that would be entertaining. That need to be a SNL skit. That would be awesome. Trump was a press secretary.
Yeah, because he would just divert, and you'd be like, "Okay, I'm so tired. My intelligence."
All right. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna have no more.
And then the thing about it, right? So I wasn't surprised that it was so close. I understand why the votes were so close. It's just how it is. And
what's that?
Right? You know,
I never heard of it.
I know what that is, but I wasn't. So.
Nassara was a set of proposed economic reforms for the U.S. suggested during the 1990s by Harris Francis Bernard. Bernard claimed that the proposals, which included replacing the income tax with the national sales tax, abolishing compound interest on secured loans, and returning to a bimetallic currency, would result in 0% inflation and more stable economy. The proposals were never introduced before Congress. Yeah, because they're a little too crazy. They're a little too far. Ain't nobody about to move that far. As far as the tax code at this point in time, it's not going to pass. For one, no matter who agrees with it, it ain't going to pass through both chambers of Congress. That's kind of radical. Not saying that it's bad stuff or that all of it's bad stuff. We're not going to no bimetallic currency, whatever that is. I'm sure, but states are in charge of that. Yeah, you're going to determine a national sales. What really? This is too far. It's too much at one time.
Absolutely.
Hey man, I want you to run me my money away.
What money? What?
Let me see that busted college bracket of yours.
I will show you the back that said that Joe Biden won 274.
And give me a black Sharpie. Nah, you said Trump was winning.
Nah, it was 274. I'll show you the. Man, you can go back on our first video where I said it was Biden that was going to win at 274. I had him at.
All right.
Right. So I was like, I gotta find it here.
He
flipped.
Don't worry.
He flipped a couple.
I'll jump in and say my two piece. And
okay. Can I ask a question before you jump in there and say your two?
Who you asking it to?
I'm asking it to you, Brenton. I'm going to ask it to Brenton. I'm going to ask it to Lawrence. That's my question.
I'm with it.
Because we've gotten this comment a couple of times. It's really annoying. Is Kamala Harris black?
There's one person that did it.
Yes.
Some people have asked us from Periscope.
Some people
have said that Kamala isn't black.
That's because they're distracted. Who cares? She ain't Trump. So that's all that matters. And she sure ain't Mike Pence. So that's all that matters.
And she ain't Melania, who's not even a citizen.
A citizen, right?
English, in my opinion.
So my question to those people: who cares?
Right.
What does it matter? I mean, would y'all give her 40 acres and a mule if she had
was right
percentage of the blood that needed? What would you have to have? How much is it? What 1/10 in your blood? I mean, who cares?
I'm sure she got it. I'm sure she got
it. So I mean, at that moment, that's just going to be a talking point that's going to go for 4 years, right? So that's at this point, they give it to her or not. Y'all wanted Brock's birth certificate. Now y'all want her to prove herself.
But we can't see Trump's tax returns, though.
No, we can't see his tax returns.
Right, because it's audited. It's being audited.
Right.
For 4 years, the longest.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all something. Listen, I got an APB out on my boy. You know what I'm saying? It's the longest he done ever sat quiet on something. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm trying to figure out.
Right.
He was at the golf course. You know he was at the golf course, remember?
Oh, okay. That's where he at.
Somebody had a sign when he got to the golf course saying good riddance. And so he's probably done.
Oh, no.
He's probably done golfing, but he's not trying to address this no time soon. He's still he's on that old
Listen, him conceding is the least of his worries right now. He's going to try to stay at them bars.
Absolutely, and I hope they go full.
Listen, it ain't gonna be from the government because that's just how they play. That's classism up there. But I'm telling you right now, that young lady from New York State,
she ain't playing.
She been licking her chops like a fat boy waiting on that honey.
Like here we go, right. Let's go.
You ready for that thing come out the oven, baby?
Man, I've been feeling like a weight's been lifted off my shoulder, and I walked around a little. You know what? Today I just walked around arrogant. I'll be like, hey, Republican part of Florida, y'all not talking, is y'all? Y'all kind of quiet today, y'all heard what happened, right?
This didn't change my life one iota.
It didn't change my life, but it was good to
like. It's just Saturday to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to be crash when I say that, but at the same time, we still it's still a status quo, right? I mean, people think Joe finna be the people of the minorities. I don't know.
I don't see that happening.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see what the first 100 days look like. I'm just gonna tell y'all, I came at all those nice conservative black people. I'm just telling y'all, 2021, I'm coming for all you black liberals. Right?
Because, man.
Listen, and get them all on the show. All of them. I want all of them. If you've been chanting, make sure you ain't quiet on them first 100 days because I'm coming for you.
We ain't gonna get them guests on the show.
Oh no, everybody gonna be dodging us, right? Y'all gonna be juking us like Barry Sanders. But I'm telling y'all, because y'all had it picked. And I mean, everything is this one coming on. There he is, yeah.
We got here we go.
I'm sorry, I was in my bad.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm just telling you.
Round one, fight.
Right.
Congratulations, everybody.
I don't got nothing to say right now. Listen, I'm just telling y'all, for the next 6 months, y'all better tune into this program because I'm going in on these clowns who've been treating Joe like he was the second coming of whoever y'all believe in. I don't care.
Right. We keep getting cheese not.
He was.
I mean, y'all can keep missing me with that. Who cares? It don't matter. She got in there for Hillary. So now what?
Right. Exactly.
But let me ask you a question, Brent.
Maybe. What?
She brown. I mean, whatever. She's brown.
I guarantee y'all, if the shoe, I'm gonna let you say something, Ricky. I'm just saying, I guarantee y'all, if she wasn't running for president, but she was getting welfare, y'all wouldn't have no problem with her being black.
Right. She be black. Listen, she be black and ladies' face.
Look at that black lady. Black. Well, she should be a black senator.
Yeah. Black means the struggle, apparently. In some people's minds.
It's okay.
We can't, and it's fine.
What don't make her black? How about that one?
Right. Good.
Right. Oh, I've asked that question.
Hold on. He actually said something. Hold on. Let me see what he said. So,
he ain't got a title. Come on the show.
He said her dad is British.
Her dad's actually Jamaican, but nonetheless, right?
Right.
Like that's still black.
Right. And her father.
Wikipedia.
Her father. So listen to this, right? So her father came to the States to actually get a PhD out of state, which he has a PhD from Stanford University. Right. So I'm like, the girl is educated. She was the girl. Whoops! I so apologize, Kamala. Right? I so apologize. Vice President elect.
Hold on.
President-elect.
Don't you do? Hold on. Let me go big. Don't do the vice president like that. That's shit.
Right. I'm sorry, Madam Vice President.
Vice President-elect, brother.
I apologize. I don't mean to say the girl. I've been saying the boy for so long because of the 4 years.
No way. Watch this, and then I'm gonna let Ricky talk.
Thank you, Shante.
Whoever this dude is talking, I didn't see him commenting when she was telling everybody how she was segregated at her school.
Right.
In front of Joe Biden. Nobody was arguing that point then. So somebody must have thought she was black because they didn't let her come to school. And she got a bus. So, okay. So now I want to go deal with those facts. All right. Before you come on here with all that, what is she? What she was segregated back in the 60s. That's what she was. Right. And she was treated as a minority in the Senate. Okay. Right. So any other thing you got a problem with, man, I'm going to tell you, just write you a nice letter to Santa Claus and send it on up there. Okay, that's what you can do for that.
Let's mail it to Trump, bro.
Right.
I'm telling y'all, Trump. All right, Rick, what you got? What you want?
No, I was gonna say, what do you think? And this is a question to you. What do you think? You said 6 months you're gonna be on our head about Joe Biden. What do you think?
Oh man, because listen, y'all had Joe becoming the fastest man in the world, winning 3 championships on a football team. He's gonna be the MVP of the MLB. I mean, y'all got this 77-year-old man thinking he's gonna come in here and just change the world. Like he gonna make everybody.
So.
He gonna give everybody the lottery numbers. He gonna give everybody a new 401k.
I think you exaggerating a little bit. I think
no. I've been hearing y'all.
Hold on. Let me say what I gotta say.
Because y'all talking how bad.
Here they go.
Here they go. Let's get our popcorn.
To me, it's more about restoring the decency back to the office, right? You got somebody who can do that. You also got somebody that can take this coronavirus seriously. And I think, to me, those are the two main points here. You got somebody who's going to restore the decency around not just in America, but around the world, standing around the world, and as president. And then you have somebody who can take this virus seriously and can tackle it head on, and can start doing some kind of mandates, looking at other countries and how they handle the virus, and try to replicate some of those things over here. Contract testing for one. This is a big thing that we don't do here. That they do in South Korea, they do it in Germany, they do it all. They do it in many other places. They got a handle on the virus. To me, that stuff is important. And another thing is we got to remember is the Democrats didn't have a great election. They didn't win the Senate, but we'll see what's going to happen in Georgia, right? And I know we're going to probably be beating people real soon about talking about Georgia. Georgia's going to be something serious, right?
It's a really long question. You want me to answer the no? I mean,
go ahead.
This is a long question. Okay. So, you repeated yourself about it being decency. You repeated yourself concerning restoring whatever type of perception the world has thought about America.
Coronavirus?
I mean, I could have ran for president and fixed coronavirus. So that's just using common sense, right? We're not going to do that. I'm not going to make it that simple. All right. So, the number two, this is what I want to say.
It's that easy, huh? Okay.
Okay, wait. No, let's keep it 100 though. Trump only. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something. Trump only was jacking this thing up because he wasn't concerned about people. It's not difficult, but seeing what you need to help somebody and then just doing that. He had a different agenda, so that's nothing. What do you mean?
What would you do? I know what I would do, but what would you do?
But let me finish answering. I would do whatever it took to do with whatever the information we had that said this is gonna stop it. This is how you're gonna fix it. I would just do it, right? If the information showed us, that's what we're gonna do. What I wasn't gonna do is keep acting like I'm not giving y'all ventilators when y'all asking for it, not finding a way to get y'all gloves when y'all need it. I wouldn't do that. That's what I would do. If you say you need something, then we're gonna get it to you. So that's just simple logic. He wasn't stupid. He just had a different agenda. So then this is to my point to what you're saying. Joe Biden got a lot of work to do, and he made a lot of promises to a lot of people, right? And I'm telling y'all, I don't know how much work Kamala's gonna be given, and what they're gonna really focus on. I'm telling you what's gonna be very important though. This is what's gonna really set the tone. It's 48-48 right now for the Senate, right? And so they need two more. Well, actually, they need one. If it's 50-50, it's a wrap because Kamala then becomes the deciding vote, right? And of course, we know what she's gonna lean to. So all Democrats really need to do is get two more. And if they get two more, then hey man, listen, y'all can party like it's 1999, right? Go to work. But if that doesn't happen, we're still in the same stalemate that we're gonna be in for at least another 2 years.
I agree.
So I don't really know what y'all thinking Joe gonna do.
Brenton. You understand that? So
yeah.
you have to take the information that you've given, right? You just said if Joe Biden don't get the Senate, he's gonna have a hard time trying to get things done. He's gonna have a hard time trying to get his cabinet passed. He's gonna have a hard time with all that. So you're gonna have to kind of work with whatever promises that he made in those parameters, right? The Senate is if the Republic can keep the Senate, you have to know that, and you have to say, well, executive order is gonna have to come into play.
That's right. So this is what I'm gonna tell you. All I want y'all to do is just let's every side just concede that the goal was to get Trump out. Okay. Now, if y'all come on here and that go for Madison, you, and all the rest of them, because y'all been riding his coattails.
That's just not my goal. So no, I'm not going to agree to that.
No, I'm just because there's nothing else that you can definitively say going to take place. He's not going to be accepted for y'all.
What was the goal for me
was to get Trump out of office.
Right, but that's not my goal. Why I voted for Joe Biden? I would have voted for Bernie Sanders. I would have voted for any Democratic nominee, not just because of Joe Biden. I mean, not because Donald Trump was in office. It's because I'm not really a fan of all those policies as well. A lot has to go to it.
Barack is black, and he could, and y'all say he didn't do nothing for the black folks. I don't know why old white man. Why I don't know old white man?
That ain't true. I ain't never said that. I ain't gonna ever say that.
Well,
how long do y'all think Joe is going to be able to make competent decisions? Good question. Good question. How's his cognitive ability to weigh?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I do like
wrong
I
show.
do not know what his cognitive ability. But I do know he does have the ability. He does have the right people around him to take away that thought process and be like, because he does listen to President Barack Obama, right? Yeah. He does listen to President Barack. So who he's gonna make something, right? Supreme Court justice or something? Don't know, right? But nonetheless, he's gonna President Barack Obama. Just making a joke with it. But nonetheless, he's gonna put him in a high position.
Hey, that's watch this, Dwayne. Watch this. So? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you guys my very hot, opinionated point of view right here. Kamala Harris, for the next 4 years, is going to position herself to run for president. So watch her move.
Oh, we all knew that.
Can she beat Trump in 2024 though? Can she beat Trump in 2024?
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Trump's got to beat the Republicans in 2024
And you know what? It's gonna be so fun to see them flip again. I
forgot about that.
All right.
Forgot about that.
That's right. They're gonna flip again on him.
Forgot about that. He got to run against all the other Republicans.
You know,
he got to go against all them other Republicans.
Yeah,
and all them other
Trump not going anywhere, right? Over the next 4 years, he's gonna still hold his rallies, right? He's gonna still be tweeting. And I think the Republican Party is gonna have identity crisis of trying to move away from Donald Trump.
They're gonna implode.
Try to keep that because Donald Trump is like a cult-like figure in that Republican Party with his supporters. Mm-hmm. So, do you go into that more as the Republican Party, or do you try to move away from that? And that's the issue that they're going to have to try to figure out over the next.
See, here's the thing, right? Trump didn't play his cards well towards the end of his presidency. So, for example, when he did that super spreader event and Chris Christie got it, if you listen to Chris Christie now, all of a sudden his eyes are bright and he saw, he really doesn't care about me. Right. No, he didn't like him. He didn't like you 4 years ago, my guy.
Exactly. He talked crap about you 4 years ago. He talked like all of them. He talked crap about Lindsey Graham 3 years ago.
He talked about all them folks, and they all just kind of was like, and see, they all went to party. So therefore, if they still have the gall, they should push him out. Common sense would. I'm sorry, not common sense.
Right, I'm back.
Justification says that they should push him out because of the cult following that he has.
So you think he can beat the Republicans in 2024?
I don't think he can.
Wait.
Yes, he
got more votes.
Who would run?
Go ahead. In U.S. history, other than Joe Biden.
Okay.
Who would run against?
There's only 2 options, right. So you can't compare that.
No. What I'm
you
saying
can't say that.
What I'm saying is a lot of people voted for this guy, right?
To go against the other guy.
Well, what I'm saying is he was able to get a lot of votes to come out for him, right? 70 million people voted for him. And so you have this thing, and I'm telling you, man, the way these people act and that voted for Donald Trump, they love him. They have they have restaurants, they have houses, they have museums. It's crazy.
See, the only way that they're gonna get him out as a Republican Party is they needed somebody. So let me take one step back.
There's no bigger personality.
Right, hold on.
I agree.
Joe Biden was the right person to actually to go against Donald Trump, right?
Right.
Because
he
was a white male and he can go off script at the same time. Joe Biden, Donald Trump can.
So for them, thought America was
right. So for them, right, they need to get somebody that can kind of shut Trump up a little bit. And who is that? Don't know, right? But somebody that can be like, when he starts name calling, just be like, hey man, shut up. You lost this, you lost that. Just go sit down somewhere, right? So somebody of that nature.
This is what's going to happen.
I think you guys are taking for granted how this base feel. They feel like this election has been stolen from them. And I think that they are going to be, over the next 4 years, really mobilizing, getting people ready for 2024. And I think Donald Trump is probably going to be the head of that party again.
His base is parrots. Hold on a second. His base are parrots, right? So think about it. They were saying stop the vote in one city or in one state, and then count the vote in another.
There's a count all the votes.
Right. You can't. You're mixing messages here.
They
right?
confused. Hey, so I'm gonna tell y'all what's really gonna happen. Watch this.
It's all
Ricky, hold on.
comes from Donald Trump.
Let me tell y'all what's really gonna happen. What's really gonna happen is Donald Trump is gonna do an apprentice, find the next president for the Republican Party, and whoever does what he tells them to do, that's who's gonna get the nomination, right?
I can see something stupid like that.
Oh yeah, no, that's what he gonna. I'm telling you, man, he's gonna hold the cards because he has the cards, and that's the numbers. Dude just put up almost 30 million votes. Really? You don't think he got the cards? Yeah, he got the cards. And what he been showing us in the whole 4 years is that what I'm saying, what he been showing us in the whole 4 years is that these boys will do whatever he tells them to do. And so they're gonna keep doing whatever he tells them to do until he in that casket, right? Because he is the Don. He is Al Pacino. He is Tony Montana. He gonna tell them exactly. He's the mob boss of the Republican Party.
Listen. So
I got a question.
Go ahead. So
I got a question.
Just one thing, right quick, and I'll be done. We know politics is. We all know about politics. It's all about the constituencies, right? It's all about the people, right? And so if the people stick with him, then they're going to be afraid to deviate from that, right? Because they're going to be afraid they're not going to get elected. 2018 is going to be. 2022 is going to be very interesting to see about the midterms and see what kind of role Donald Trump plays in that. I think it's going to be. I think the top of the party, right? The Mitch McConnells, those people didn't defect from him for 4 years, and I don't think they're going to do so now. They're going to stay with him because they know he got the ear of the people. He got the will of the people on that side of the.
So you're talking from the most standpoint. Go ahead, Lawrence.
So quick question is: so can we say, based on Trump's tactics and what he used to actually run for election, do you feel like the Republican Party has found the formula?
No.
Do you think going forward that they will use that in order?
I think
so. My question is, right? So
Jake, what's that old boy that made him drink all that Kool-Aid?
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
Yeah, they just got that Jim Jones Kool-Aid and they hold it in their hand like this. I gotta drink it. Yeah, drink it.
So how do you think? So how do you think then Donald will influence the party in that sense?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you how. This is what Donald Trump do. Matter of fact, Donald Trump doesn't have the world watching him anymore, right? So now he doesn't have government telling him what he can and cannot do now. So now he's really in his environment, which
like
is
scandal.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna show you this. What Sarah Palin thought she could do, Donald Trump is gonna do. Sarah thought she had a lot of influence after she left, right? Because she thought that she could speak, right? But Donald literally has the influence now. And if he speaks to one of those senators that don't do what he do, I'm telling you, he gonna call his boys on the media. He gonna call his boys on that. Matter of fact, Russia going to work now, right? Because Russia now got an agent over here in America. And what's gonna happen is then he gonna start picking them off one by one until they agree, right? It's called holding them hostage. He's finna hold them all. Now, who not gonna be with me? Who not? We're gonna take you out the election. We're gonna take you out the election.
So what I think Donald Trump's gonna do
now? Can you imagine? If you think he was unhinged now, can you imagine what he would be like with nobody
taking them all out?
So this is what Donald Trump I think is going to do. As you mentioned, Brett, you're correct, right? He's now in his environment. He will go on some news station, either Fox or Outkick or create one, right? And as such, he will say everything. He will draw traffic. He will get his private money, and he's going to say everything that nobody in the Republican Party is going to say.
Rush Limbaugh is about to leave.
Right. He's about to
put somebody in there that's going to take Rush's place and he's going to fund it. Man, it's going to be just a literal hostage takeover, right? Where they not even going to call it the GOP. They're going to call it the TRU.
So I got a question for you guys.
It's gonna be the Trump group.
Do y'all think that we're gonna do we heal this divide in the next 4 years at all, or we're gonna be just more divided?
We gonna see this divide now. No. So this divide ain't gonna be mended.
You can't close. You can't
close it. Right. This divide is so.
Listen,
just
because
it's open. This can is over.
Just because
Biden is
open scab and it's infected.
Right, just because Biden is president doesn't mean they're going to close it, and they're not going to. The closest close that we had was President Obama, right? And then Trump was like, nah.
Amputation.
Like he opened it back up. So therefore, you're gonna have people that was like, who have these very short-term memories, and it's gonna be like, hey, weren't you talking all that trash 4 years ago? Mm-hmm. Weren't you doing this 4 years ago? Better yet, let me show you how this is going to just spread open. An unarmed black man's going to get killed by a cop in the next few days. Open gap. Nothing's going to happen.
I'm going to tell y'all something.
I'm not wishing it, but I'm just saying, watch how that gap, that's how that gap is going to stay open.
And all I know how he handled it when he president when that happens too.
Cool. Right.
That's gonna be a big event. I agree with you, Lloyd. I feel like there is something that is about to happen that is gonna be George Floyd-ish. That is basically it's gonna shake, and then we're really about to see what's gonna happen because it's gonna be riot and protest by us once again. But then this time though, with the good old boys and Trump camp, I feel like that's gonna be a powder keg. That's gonna lead to something bigger than just protesting and equal rights.
This group is emboldened, right? This Trump supporters are so emboldened. Of course,
I do.
I think even more so now that their leader has lost, and so it's going to be a scary time. Right, this George Floyd, something's going to happen. Listen, it was happening when Barack Obama was president. It was happening when Bill Clinton, George W. Bush president. It's not going to stop now because Joe Biden is president.
Yeah, we'll get more.
To the comment below, I think the answer is yes to everybody wants law, but what they got to do with anything? I don't think we're living in an unlawful society by having Joe Biden in the White House.
What we want is the law to be fair on both sides. So
justice. We want justice. Yes.
I don't know what?
You do understand that Fox and all the rest of the right leaning media outlets have said it too. Like it's not just CNN that's saying that he's the president. No worries. You got to turn you got to click the other buttons on your remote.
This is another thing. Donald Trump has succeeded with his base in this fear-mongering tactic that Joe Biden is a socialist. Joe Biden defeated the socialists in the primaries, right? He did that, right? He did that himself. He said, no, we're not going that route. He also this fear-mongering that everything's going to be just lawless and the economy is going to go down a tank. That's not how America works. You forget Joe Biden was the vice president under Obama, and it was. I feel like it's even more worse now than it was when he was vice president. And so this whole fear-mongering tactic is just a lie.
Fox is right. Fox is right. Conservative. Don't say that. Yes, Fox is right.
Okay, so he's trolling.
Okay, I don't know. He's trolling. Right.
And again, that's somebody not using their real name.
Right.
Not using your real name. I told you. I told y'all about that. Don't come on here with that. Now
he's trying to say they're not the right. I refer to them as the right, and he said they're not the right.
Okay,
they
are. I ain't got put that post.
Who is this person?
No worries. 20.
Somebody from Periscope. Yeah. It always weird from Periscope.
Put your mama name on there. Put your mama name so I can Google you.
Put your mammy name on there, Doc.
That's right. Relax. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so listen here. Listen, the only reason the other side didn't call it because they didn't want to hear Trump's mouth.
Spoken like a true conservative.
And guess what? And Trump was mad at him for doing it. Matter of fact, he kept on telling him, y'all need to get that off of there. Y'all need to recant y'all statement. Y'all need that didn't happen, man. Okay, anyway, bro. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this, right? Real talk. This is real talk. If to the people that's watching us secretly that gets information about what black people think, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all need to do. Y'all need to go ahead and put Trump in jail before he jack up this whole other side of the party. Because if y'all don't do that, if y'all don't take that cancer out, he's taking all. I'm telling y'all don't even know. Y'all listen. Y'all think Abraham Lincoln did some damage by letting the black people go. Wait till Trump let the white people go, right? And where everybody's wearing white sheets for Halloween, right? Just to make a statement. I'm telling y'all better stop playing. Yeah, y'all better stop playing. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better take him on that real talk.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. Why put Trump in jail?
Oh my God.
I just said this is the reason why.
Whose man's is this?
This is somebody's nephew who.
But did you die though?
But did you die? That's right.
It's just about you.
Hey, thanks for advertising the segment on We the People.
Why put Trump in jail? Because he has tax evasion problems. He has it's for true crimes, right?
Collusion.
all the
collusion.
this wild time. Bro, I'm telling you, he's going to jail not because we were making up something. He's going to jail because he committed crimes that because he became president, they became. I mean, they all knew what he'd been doing, but all of a sudden, because he was messing around with them, y'all know how y'all do, right? Y'all don't want to hurt nobody until they doing something to you, and then all of a sudden you want to go get all they dirt, and so his dirt just cost him his freedom. Listen, here, I tell you like this, brother. If you have a problem with Trump going to jail, well, we got a problem with Bill Cosby going to jail.
I don't. I can't.
And
that's
well, it was sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
Well, look,
I mean, he just want to have problems.
Back.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
I do want to ask the question. You know, what do you guys think this 4 years of Joe Biden as president looks like? You know, if he has the Senate, and then if he don't have the Senate, what happens? Wade, I know you know what do you think?
Well, I don't know who y'all is because you don't know I don't even know who you are. Come on the show, and I'll tell you talk about it.
Come on. Okay. So I'm sorry. Well, repeat the question. Repeat the question one more time for me. I'm sorry.
What do you think the next 4 years look like in Joe Biden's presidency? And, in his administration, like, what do you think? We know he promised some things that most likely not going to be able to get done, especially if the Republicans keep control of the Senate. But what do you guys think it's going to kind of look like?
So, first off, it's only going to look if we do nothing, we meaning everybody on this call, everybody doesn't go to be involved in their local elections. It's just going to look like it was this year. No, we don't know what happened. We just talked, right? So my point is 4 years right now without any type of motivation is just going to be stagnation, and that's exactly what it's going to be if we don't push it, right? I don't have the best words to say it in. Oh, yes, I do, but I just don't. Process improvement wise, we should all be involved in our electoral processes, right? Yeah. So what I'm telling you is get involved in your processes, and then you will see a positive change. The positive change ain't gonna happen with just Joe, Kamala, and the rest of his squad, right? Because I don't have that love for the politics and the government that everybody else does. But I do know one thing. It will be complete sentences at the podium when he talks, when he addresses the U.S. people. So it will be more coherent. I listened for the first time in 4 years. I listened to an entire speech, and that's when Joe Biden addressed the people the first time. When Trump addressed the people, I fell asleep. When he kept talking about fake votes and all this other nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Right? Same thing over and over.
So
can I sidestep for this? Can I sidestep for just a second? Yeah, I have really got because I'm going to tell my daughters this today. Like one of my daughters was dealing with not being approved by some of her peers to be a leader. I'm going to tell my daughter about the story of Stacey Abrams, and I'm going to tell you why. Because she lost her election and she didn't go into hiding. And listen, I promise you that young lady single-handedly made sure that Georgia was going to turn blue by making sure 800,000 people that has never voted in their life voted. Right? They registered and voted. And I just want to shout out to Stacey Abrams because you just showed us the true understanding of what resilience looks like. Thank you, ma'am.
She need a big part in that administration.
Lamar. She played
you better know it. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But here's the thing: do we want her in the administration? Or do we want her on the ground? Where can she do the most damage?
We want her in the administration.
But this is the thing, though.
I play this. I'd rather have her right now on the ground because this runoff that's getting ready to happen. We're gonna need her to get on that ground and help out Georgia when this runoff about to happen because it's gonna be strong.
There's a catch to this cabinet. There's a catch to it. McConnell has already said he will not be confirming any progressives that Biden does in this cabinet.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
And that's why I said
like from jump.
So he said it already.
He said this already?
Yeah.
So Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren would not be in the cabinet.
Yeah, that's why it's important. That's why it's important to win this runoff in Georgia. I think President stated it earlier that nothing's gonna get done if you got a Republican Senate and the president.
Y'all got 2 years to make up your mind, and then you can change.
Yo, can I answer? Hey, can I answer Shantae's question? She said, "How do y'all think it's going to be with people working across the aisle now?" I feel like we are going to literally see another Barack Obama like type presidency, like bipartisanship at this point. I feel like it is going to be out the door. I honestly feel like there will not be any efforts.
That's why you need to get rid of the filibuster.
Yes, because
the stock market meets the government, right? Everybody finna get paid. If you want my vote, if you want my allegiance, I need something.
Pay me.
It's gonna be a whole lot of favors being asked for, right?
Give me a seat. Give me influence, especially. Yep, I'm with you, bro.
But the one thing about Joe Biden is he has a reputation of working across the aisle.
It's a new season, bro.
But we just so polarized right now. I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, it ain't working this year. Listen, Trump has literally. I'm telling y'all. Have you ever got that scar that you think gonna go away? He done left a nasty scar on us. I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about he done left a scar. Unless you're gonna always remember that scar because it's gonna change your whole outlook. That dude has left something.
He's gonna make sure that we won't forget even after.
No.
Anyone who gets on social media
and only talks race,
black versus white, is not
at least 50
the big
years.
picture.
Set us back.
I respect that. I respect what you're saying. I'm gonna call you Frank.
What do you say?
I ain't calling you no real Frank. Frank. Anyone who gets on social media and only talks race, black versus white, is not seeing the big picture. That's fair.
But we're not talking black versus white though. That's not what we're talking about.
We're just black people talking about white people.
Right.
Right. Like it's simple.
I am out. Enjoy. Later, Frank.
Everybody wave to Frank. Everybody wave
Bye, Frank.
Bye,
Frank.
Later, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
You come on here and make names. We're gonna make up one for you.
We're making a name.
That's right. You getting some names, brother. Illegal immigrant names. I'm getting you all kind of names.
Wow. Hashtag Frank, did you die?
Right. It's funny, but like Frank, or more between 20 or whatever. It's a lot of people feel that way that he feel, and they are upset. And like I said, that feeling's not going to dissipate. I just don't feel like it's going to dissipate anytime soon. I think it's going to be.
Let's also speak to our people right quick. I just want to tell my people something. Don't be afraid. Like y'all, and even to the young people, whoever listen to us, like I want to be found guilty of being responsible to my people. Don't be afraid. Don't think that the world gonna end. This is the same thing that happened with Y2K, right? With the world's gonna end. Listen, it may be some fools out there, but it ain't enough of them that listen. That jail ain't fun, and them 3 meals in the car ain't nice, right?
And everybody can we congratulate our people for real? We came out of Detroit, Milwaukee, Philadelphia. I mean, you name it, we was out.
My man said we went from picking cotton to picking presidents. All right, brother.
I just heard that too.
That's good,
I just heard that. Some guy in Detroit
like black
said
people
it.
saved this election.
Yeah,
they always do. Yes.
Yeah.
So I just want to say to all my young people that's looking on social media, that's afraid, y'all listen. There's a lot of more civil people than uncivil people. So my thing is, don't be afraid to live life, right? But at the same time, be smart. So if somebody's acting a fool, don't engage them because they got that Trump muscle, right? So they feeling a little feisty, right? They thinking. So just ignore people, move on with your day. Listen, 4 years from now, we won't even be thinking. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I know. I don't know what Joe gonna do.
Let me say something to the Trump supporters. Y'all can be all right. We was all right. It stunk a little bit in the beginning, but the world moves on. The world keeps spinning.
Y'all had y'all voice. Now shut up, please.
What happens in the next 70 days? What happens in the next 70 days? We know there's not going to be any stimulus relief. McConnell already said he ain't forget about that.
He ain't doing it. Right.
But what's going to happen with Trump over the next 7 days? He ain't got to leave the White House to January.
He's going to turn into Jimmy Hoffa.
He's going to
turn into Jimmy Hoffa.
Type of infested,
bro,
White House.
I'm telling you. Hey, you know who been quiet because his boss is going to lose? Fred Flintstone.
Shut up.
He been quiet the whole time.
What's Fred Flintstone? Who you talking
His AG.
Oh,
We're
man.
not doing this. We're not doing
oh,
this.
damn. Wow.
We're not doing this today.
But did you die?
Correct.
His AG. We ain't heard from
We're
Barney,
not
man.
doing this today.
And then his chief of staff got COVID. Ain't that something?
Right.
He might have COVID.
Yes.
Even though he said he's immune, he might have
It was the chief of staff and someone else. They said it's two of them.
a lot of staffers.
A lot of
It's
stuff.
gonna be like
So
last season.
So did we answer the question of do we want Stacey Abrams in the administration or on the ground?
On the ground.
I want in the administration.
I want administration. I want her to get paid for what she do.
She can get paid right now. I want her on the ground because I feel like let me explain why I want her on the ground. I want her on the ground so she could be the pulse for the White House. Because there's so many times you can be so far up that you have an idea of what you think is going on in the world, but you really don't know what's going on.
But she can also take what she did in Georgia and replicate it throughout the country.
Absolutely. I think that's why I'm on the ground.
For her to be in administration, I think that's very important.
So I wouldn't do that, right? So I'm thinking that you're going on the ground with me. So I would say if she took what she did in Georgia, replicated it across the other 49 states, right? You have somebody that's a pulse to what's going on,
right?
To the
and
world.
if we look at it like MMA, like bro, that's some strong ground and pound, man. Like, and I feel like if we're going to really make change, I will agree, like we need people like in the trenches like that. Like if we can replicate people and put together like formulas like that.
Well, yeah,
I feel like.
But why do y'all want her in the administration? What benefit does that do to the people?
Because it's never.
What does that have for
the White House? The White House has never had enough black in it, right? It's always been white. And so my thing is, listen, you ain't got but one shot, bro. So you might as well go enjoy it. Might as well enjoy it while you can. It looks good on your resume, right, and all that kind of stuff. And they'll never be able to take it from you. So if she get back on the ground in 4 years, that's cool. I'm
gonna tell you who I would like if I'm Biden, right? I'm saying, hey, I need you, Abrams, on the ground. My press secretary, I'm going with Angela Rye. My
yes, sir.
My district attorney,
yes, sir.
My general attorney.
You boys are playing fantasy football right now.
My general attorney. I'm going with Ebony K. Williams. That is.
I love the Angela Rye press secretary thing. We need to start a petition.
Yes, sir. Put her in front of the people and let her speak, bro.
I'm telling y'all.
No, like that, but that's realistic.
I'm telling y'all.
I gotta tweet that real fast.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Joe Biden.
Val Dimmons as AG.
AG, yes.
Yeah.
No, that's what I said. So as AG, that's what I want. I want y'all to look. If y'all don't know, Ebony K. Williams. That is who I would have.
But y'all gotta get out this fantasy football, bro. Like he got one black lady, bro. He's not.
Brandon, you took the words out my mouth.
Yeah,
he got one.
That's it.
Listen,
that's it.
That's all y'all get is one.
Y'all trying to be too much.
Yeah, y'all tripping.
Hey, this
one
is
at a time.
Right? This is how we get disappointed, right?
Yeah, one at a time. Listen, it's gonna be still the same interns, right?
We start reaching for more than everything, and them same interns
for the people.
But it's just the press secretary. Like you go through them left and right. I mean, it's just the press secretary.
Y'all start CM City.
Talking to the
listen, Trump had three. What he had 3?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Like 3 or 4 press secretaries, man. Come on, man.
That's not
bro.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
He put them people up there. I guarantee that message got across, right? Because now all of a sudden,
this brother had a press secretary.
Do we want all of them really in there?
That's not.
Why you say that, Shawna?
Do we really want all of them? Like we gotta be real. We have
to be Angela Rye.
It's going to be a lot of
I'm not saying they're not
we don't want all that.
Yeah, but listen, I want to tell y'all something.
Watch this
is real. This is real though. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
At
the end of the day, I talked to somebody, a black person that didn't vote, right? And they did vote because of their religion. And I'm telling y'all,
what religion were they?
I don't want to call it out because then I have to fight somebody. I don't want to fight nobody there, right? So I'm gonna just tell y'all something.
You don't need to vote.
7th-day Adventist.
Almost, but I'm gonna tell you something, right?
Jehovah's Witness.
If y'all say it,
Jehovah's Witness.
If I said no, not yet, not that. But I'm gonna tell you something. And I say, man,
Mormon.
If y'all hit it, I'll give it to you. But I ain't said it.
Buddha?
I ain't say that. No.
Pentecostal.
No, they can vote. I was.
So right. So and it just amazes me that somebody doesn't want to vote because of how they feel about both people, and that's the problem with us, right? Since Frank left, I'll talk about black people right quick, right? So that's the problem. We can't come together because we all got these old ridiculous ideologies, man, and it's just so unfortunate. It's like let's get a common goal done, right? And that's our problem. That's why even Stacey Abrams try to go match this and all. Listen, we don't like to let one black person lead us, right? Yeah, and even then he had a opposition from Malcolm and the Muslims. So it was always somebody that would come again. If we both trying to do the same thing, why if somebody's already there, why don't we just keep going with them?
Listen.
And to y'all point, and let me say this, and to y'all point about Joe Biden, Joe, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Joe had to take Kamala because of what he did to Anita Hill. That's it.
He wouldn't have won without Kamala, in my opinion.
That's right. So it's because of what he did to Anita Hill. But I'm telling y'all,
I think there was an appetite to have a black vice president.
But for y'all to think that y'all finna see BET coming to the White House, y'all out your mind.
I don't want BET in the White House,
bro. But Angela Rye is not BET though. That's what I'm saying. Like
Angela. The first letter of BET is black.
Let me say one
and
thing.
I'm telling y'all,
it's not that Angela Rye can't do it. It's not that Angela Rye can't do it. It's just the fact that when she has to talk and actually agree with other people, sometimes it's hard for her to do. And we asked the press secretary, sometimes you got to know how to speak and know how to be quiet. And she doesn't know how to do both. So at this point in time, we need somebody who knows how to sometimes do both.
They have lowered the bar for press secretaries over the last 4 years.
So that's what
I'm saying.
So yes, they have, right? So to your point, right? Angela Rye, so the press secretary, their job is to give the information, to relay the information from the back room to the people.
That's right.
They get the questions answered, right? They get the media asks them questions, they answer the questions. Angela Rye knows how to be personable to the people, to be likable. She does have a little bit of fault where she could be a little annoying, but
she got that edge.
But she has that edge,
right?
But here's the thing. Hold on. But here's the thing. But here's the thing, right? She doesn't need no press secretary.
McEnany don't either. McEnany,
correct. But nonetheless, right? Here's the thing. So to Brenton's point, he said we don't need to play fantasy football. I don't think it's not fantasy football. It's having an investment in the administration that I voted for. Right?
Call out some Hispanics, some Asians.
No, I was gonna get to that. I just gave you press secretary.
John Lewis didn't win.
I just gave you
win.
Okay, right. So here, right? So here it is, right? So one, the fantasy football comment is to actually have a value and actually a win for the administration that I voted for. But number two, I think Joe Biden should actually diversify his whole administration, right? So the same thing that y'all was talking about with having Stacey Abrams in there, it was damn near the same thing saying Angela Rye. It's BET all over again. So therefore, you have to
having a black press secretary. I just don't think it needs to be Angela Rye.
Okay, well, it could be whoever. The point is diversification of your administration is a major point behind it. I just like Angela Rye because Angela Rye has that edge and that voice.
He already said he was going to have the most diverse cabinet in history. He said that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw out a name.
But he said what he says and what he does is two different things. So it's like holding his feet.
So he has to do it at this point. He has to do it at this point.
No, he doesn't.
Just like when
he doesn't have to do it.
Just like when he said, I'm going to pick a woman for president. Because he just said it just to be saying it. But because people was on him, he had no choice. He had to pick a woman president. I mean, vice president. I'm sorry.
So let's put it like this. I think he should put Elizabeth Warren as the head of education.
Huh?
I think he was talking about her for treasury, but
yeah, he was talking about her for treasury, but I think
she can't get confirmed.
She'd be great for education.
I agree with it for Elizabeth Warren. I do agree with you.
I don't think she won't get confirmed ever in any cabinet position because of Mitch
McConnell. Ever. She's too far left.
Well, y'all let who y'all let get up in there. So.
Well, again, wait. But see, again, we're talking about 50-50. If the Senate gets 50 votes, it don't matter what Mitch say then. They can just take it to the
that
house.
is true.
I mean, they can just they can take it to the they can take it on and it'll be what it
need
is.
to come through again. We need that.
And they got to do a runoff, man. So they better.
And they doing a
if y'all
runoff.
smart, y'all better get with it.
Are.
That pastor, that black guy. We need to get him in there, and we need to get that young journalist in there. And that's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
But as far as y'all trying to make the White House black, y'all better start watching that Lovecraft Country. It ain't happening.
Oh, that's a good show, though.
That's a good show.
But y'all listen, it's what it is, a show, and it ain't coming to the real. It ain't coming to the real life house.
I mean, you never know at this point. We actually got a black woman, as vice president. So
yeah, we can only progress so much.
Biden is the oldest elected president.
Brenton, don't you think having a more diverse cabinet appeals more to what the electric really looks like?
Diversity is good.
Yes,
diversity ain't just
what
black.
Joe Biden was saying is that he want to have something that looks more like the electorate, the public. You know, kind of what America really looks like.
Well,
I would like more than just black and white in here, though. I would like other.
What you say?
I said I would like more than just. I would like more diversity, but I don't need it to just all be just black and white either. I just want to be that can be in there as well.
I just want to be able to work with them if it's all black. I don't like working with a whole.
I don't like working with all black either. I need a little diversity.
And don't put them all in the cafeteria either.
There's a few, not a whole lot, not everybody.
What?
Don't put them all in the White House cafeteria either.
Well, that's fine. No, not that. No.
I vote Shahana for head chef at the White House.
Hey, you got my vote for that too, Shahana.
That's Shahana. There you go. There's a statement for you.
What's that?
This lady said she's not black. She's mixed or just a heathen.
So she's not black. So what defines since you know what black is? What defines?
My phone about to die, y'all.
Yo, we got 5 more minutes, then we get down here.
Okay. Right. So what is black? Apparently to some people it's just the color of your skin.
When you wipe your butt,
so if you're not a certain tone, you're not black. Okay. But they said President Barack Obama was the first black president, and he was also biracial. So
right. They call him black. So
if you choose who we want to call black.
If you're on YouTube, you want to put a comment up, go on and hit that super chat and donate. You don't put your comment up, I won't put them up no more until you super chat.
That's it. Bring me my money.
Run that man.
Yeah.
That ain't mine.
That's it.
Right.
Because so are we doing final thoughts now as we getting up or what?
Yeah, let's go and do final thoughts.
Say master.
I'll never say
master. Like, what the heck?
All right, what y'all final thought? Who wants to start?
Yeah, just call them out.
Ladies first.
Okay, well, I'll go. My final thought is I am happy that people, especially Philadelphia, got up and actually voted. It was a lot of people that were skeptical that allowed people to think that, I'm not going to go out and do this. But we actually did go out. We made a change and still make that change. Like, just because the election is over does not mean we stop what we're supposed to be doing. We still have to vote for other people. We still have to hold the president and the vice president accountable. So I don't feel as though now that, sometimes when we go out there and we tend to get off the gas. We need to keep our foot on the gas and move forward and press on. That's my final thought.
Right on.
Go ahead, brother. Beauty before age.
Thank you, man. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So I would like to say I am so happy that we had the first black vice president who is not only a woman, but also a successful woman in her past events. And what we must, and what, as a Jamaican, just like she is, what we must, I'm not even gonna say what we must do. Y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to stop saying who's black and who's not black. What's black, what's this and what's that. Because do white people go, what's white? Do Indian people go, what's Indian? Mexicans, etc., so forth, Hispanic? Nobody else but us. And I still, to this day, don't know what black is. Because if y'all would say to me, I'm not black. Because, therefore, I do, look at my skin complexion. I'm brown. I'm not tan. I do have a drop of other races inside of me. So maybe I'm not black. Maybe you're not black. But I do know that just like Kamala Harris, I graduated from an HBCU, got my post undergrad degrees from a PWI. I didn't marry a white person, but right. I went through a successful chain of events to where I am here today. Again, I don't know what black is. I don't really care what black is. I just am happy that I have somebody of the same heritage and somebody that my daughter can look up to, not only in the White House, but the people that helped get her there.
I like that. Good stuff.
You know, my thing is, like you said, if you don't look black, then you act black. If you don't act black, then you just whack. So it doesn't matter. This is my final thought, ladies and gentlemen. My final thought is it's zombie land season, and I'm telling you, I got my bow and arrow and my 9mm gun, and you liberals just better watch out because I'm telling y'all, if he don't get all the stuff done that y'all kept saying he gonna do, if Clark Kent don't turn into Superman in the next 8 months, then just know I'm coming for you zombies because y'all been barking up all these trees about getting Trump out. But now we finna show y'all that classism is never going to change, right? And when that money get to talking, yeah, Joe been in there for 7 years, but he ain't never been president. So I just want y'all to know that ain't nothing changed, and there's always a contingency plan for the classisms. I don't even think the classisms is a word, but there's always a contingency plan for those that yes, sir, thank you, that got the most money. So y'all just watch out. You know what I'm saying? I'm Woody Harrelson. I'm coming.
I just bring up the rear and say, hey, I'm glad we got our first black female president. It's exciting. I feel as honored as I did when Obama won. And I think it's great for the nation right now. It's something else to check off the list of our accomplishments of trying to overcome to some degree from our past. And I don't care the reason why, but the fact that we get to see it, and again, my daughter gets to see it, allowing her to see an example of what she could be. It's an exciting day, and I'm excited about it. And the clock starts for the Democrats at this point, and we're gonna get a whole lot of content out of this next 4 years, and I'm looking forward to it. So, and so let's make it. Let's have a great weekend and keep enjoying this historic victory. So thank you guys for tuning in. And,
see y'all Monday.
See y'all Monday.